Wow, I was not recording that whole thing. I just ranted for. I just ranted for. How many minutes? I think 10 minutes. I just was ranting and I was just dropping that gold and I realized I didn't record. Okay, well, 10 minutes down the drain. Okay, that's totally fine. So first, of course, we got to make this coffee because, but today we're going to do a little bit of a vlog series, show you some of the back end of Group Track, a lead sorting app so that leads don't fall through the cracks and sell by chat. We've installed this system into, let's see, it's like a white label that we've installed this system. It's not go high level, but it's a social media lead gen sorting system, and we have installed into 100 people's businesses, and they have really injected fast cash flow and also just hidden money in the DMs. And it was really just because they didn't have a system to keep track of all the leads that were maybe interested and they were warm, but it was just not, okay, now is not the right time. And so I have a lot of compassion and empathy for people who they have the content thing, but they feel like they're spinning their fucking wheels. Or at least you've gotten to a certain level of skill in spinning and succeeding at following through on the promises you make to yourself, like AKA impulse control. But then you get to a point where it's almost like you almost feel addicted to struggle, and that if it's not hard, like you wouldn't know who you be. I think I've had that happen many times, and this has even happened in like my spiritual, like awakening levels, if you will, of almost like shaming myself, right? Focusing on what I don't want, which is like idiotic, to say, oh, well, I'm, doing the work, right? Of course, the work is valuable because it expands your capacity to hold responsibility. But I think that the biggest thing that people learn in Body Wealth Codes cohorts, which are align 20K to go from 0 to 5K to 15 to 20K, is the true divine will and tapping into the power of having structured delegation systems and having an offer that nobody else has and building a brand, building the foundation for a lifestyle impact empire. And that requires you to really be willing to cultivate impulse control and self-control and discipline, and replace these bad habits with healthy habits, because obviously with my experience with burnout and chronic fatigue and adrenal fatigue, I understand how it's literally impossible to do anything that is useful in the world or valuable to the world if you're not healthy, you're not clear-minded. You just don't feel good, right? So like every transformational coach, all they help people to do really is just to feel better, to feel good, to have more certainty, and to have more clarity about what they want, But as you become more effective as a CEO, you realize, oh shit, like I'm only one person. I gotta start delegating. I gotta start getting these low ROI tasks off my plate so I could stay focused on my zone of genius. Oh shit, the zone of genius. Oh, and I think that the people crushing it in my community, making 50K, 100K months, they are aligned with a vision and they take full responsibility for their results. Like, they're obviously not needing to be like babysitted, and they they understand that most of society is full of binary thinkers, like black and white, all or nothing thinkers. Oh, my kids, which is why I'm too busy to build a business, Or, oh, you know, my business will cause me to burn out. So like blah blah blah, and these are all these like scarcity patterns running, which I also have sympathy for. But like my higher level clients know that the truth changes as you go up paradigms. So in other words, when you're kind of like a 9 to 5 slave derper, battery for the system, you need to learn how to take control of your life and just take control of your mind. Remove the fucking parasites from your head that lie to you when you go say you want 20K months, but then you deceive yourself and you don't take action. You oscillate. Oh, should I do it? Oh, should I not? Oh, should I do it? Overanalyze, overthink things. Oh my God, what? Oh my God, I'm doubting myself. Oh my God, oh my God, right? You know, and even in that, like that little game, mental game people play with themselves is not funny anymore, right? Oh, I'm gonna be guilt, and then my high level clients, they have a different type of game that they're puzzle that they're solving and letting move through them, move through the consciousness is like understanding the power of the consciousness, and that they have imagination that can ascend them into peak performance, CEO leadership, understanding the importance of energetic embodiment, but also just having the relief from a system. Like that shit is crazy. So funny when like you just say, oh, that's, I get it now. Like me making my spirituality rituals so dogmatic and me using it to as another bat to beat myself over the face with. Oh, I didn't meditate. Oh my God, I can't do anything today now. You know, you'll hear this all the time with like newer entrepreneurs. And it's still this should energy, which is not healthy. Okay, the power of impulse control and discipline and slowing things down and stopping for just a moment to calibrate and to receive, right? That presence energy in meditation, breath work, etc. I do those every day. But the moment I feel like I start to build up resentment against those things, as a little tip is like, yo, I will literally like just make that internal decision to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go out and absolutely smash the clubs with my boys, right? I'm gonna go absolutely have a blast and laugh my ass off. And I truly believe that like some of the most spiritual acts in life is when you just don't give a fuck, right? It's like the saying, do no harm, take no shit. You just don't care. You just are free. You just are fucking free. And you're not filtered. You're totally just not stifled. You don't pander to shit. You're just in your own frame, in your own lane, and you're just in these release muscles that allow you to just become this potent, motherfucking, yet grounded human who inspires people. And you have the business model where you understand that you're generating leads consistently. Your offer suite is in flow, meaning people are ascending, they're signing up consistently every week. But also your business model enables you to have a lifestyle impact empire where like you're not chained to your phone all day and just on the content hamster wheel or needing to just do sales calls. Like that's retarded at this point. But yeah, I want to show you some things with group track. So stay tuned. I'm gonna eat some breakfast, some eggs, some maybe some bacon, but also some grass-fed butter. Hit those vitamins though. I'm gonna give you the key codes. Like this is like such a key code. I can't believe I'm showing you this. Like this is my secret. Outside of just drinking orange juice. Okay, orange juice is good for the brain. Okay, funny story by the way. Okay, my boy Greg O'Gallagher, who does he does a lot of fitness supplements, and he Oh shit. Okay. He does like a lot of crazy shit. He has a supplement called Mojo, and this is non-synthetic testosterone support. Holy shit, though. Let's just say things are feeling the drive, if you know what I mean. The focus, if you know what I mean. Oh, and then at night I take turmeric. Okay, turmeric. Chelated is the better absorbed in the body, so you want to get chelated magnesium for night. Then in the morning, obviously, I take vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D, bam. And I want to actually take one of these now. And then because I haven't had a meal yet, though, that's all good. I am going to. You can eat these on an empty stomach and not feel nauseous. But yeah, you really want to focus on only your positive qualities. Positive qualities. These are grass-fed organ. Oh my god. Grass-fed organ meats. And then krill oil, good for the brain. Bam. Okay, krill oil. And then thorn bionutrients. Got. This is just like normal basic nutrients. Most people know that the soil these days sucks and it lacks nutrients. So we want to make sure that we're optimized on all levels. This is electrolytes. Grass-fed beef, of course, but then, oh, hello, from my South Korean roots. Ginseng Sublime. This is Dragon Herbs Drops, which is a super potent extract. So when you see me speaking at my events, you'll know that this is speaking through me. Oh man, holy shit. That's potent as fuck. Oh my god. Oh, oh baby. Oh shit. Okay, I think that's pretty much it I want to show you guys today. And then we got some AFA, harvested blue-green algae. Hello. Some superfoods. Superfoods, yeah. That's for the gut. And I think that's pretty much it for supplements for the most part. Okay. But I think they're just so important, especially in this day and age. But yeah, we'll see you guys very soon. The quality of water that you drink is also super important as well, in my opinion. I think that, Kangen can be good. I usually drink Mountain Valley. But yeah, that's so important to have health as top priority because it makes no sense to just have this lethargic energy and trying to like scale a business or live your life or have an amazing family life. Like you gotta be you gotta be expanding on like multiple levels. So you gotta be like fucking Eckhart Tolle, like peaceful as fuck. And you gotta be like a savage, like jaguar, just destroying like all the limiting beliefs and fears and bullshit and lies upon lies upon lies of society. And even some of these fucking spiritual communities are just fucking derping around and they're just super dogmatic. Like you gotta also be smart, you gotta be intelligent, you gotta be discerning, you gotta study, because there's people studying marketing sales at a high level. I've been in masterminds with these people and they just like completely outcompete you. They will completely viciously destroy you in business. And people are like, well, I'm gonna recreate the wheel in business, I'm just gonna pretend like tech advancements and economic markets, and I'm gonna pretend like buyer sophistication hasn't evolved and buyers are smarter now and more skeptical these days. Like I'm just gonna avoid that. I'm gonna bury my head in the sand and just wait till my normalcy bias doesn't exist. I'm gonna push the Overton window and get pushed off to the side, and then end up eating granola bars in a tent camping. And if that makes you happy, that makes you happy. But it's not the wisest idea, in my opinion. You know, I don't always have the answers, but again, I'm resourceful, I'm creative. I like to say to my clients, like, you don't have a money issue, you have a creativity issue. But the good news is, like, we did a lot of the testing for what's working now, so they're just simply focused on implementation. But yeah, let's get to it. We'll talk to you guys soon, and we will just keep crushing it.
This was a lady we followed up with, so obviously this is why it's a little bit longer. But we send that initial message through, and then from there, you can either invite them to a call or actually close right through DMs. And then we have a group track building a white label of a social media CRM, which it can be integrated in Go High Level, but it's actually more effective to use in the Google Chrome app. Hang on one sec. Let me just see if I can fix this part. Hang on. Go home. Oh, there we go. Okay. So when we go into the Instagram pipeline, like, so there's different pipelines, and so we have like a 5-lever metric. Did they positively reply? Are they in the qualification phase? Did they get sent a follow-up resource, or did we make them an offer? And so that's how people get all tracked. And then of course, you know, they're going to get tagged and with all their information, and then you can go right to their info, right, and it takes them right to their page where you can continue to connect with them. Sell by chat, there's clients we've done for bigger audiences and even smaller brands. As we've been specializing with people of all sizes and shapes, and mostly just coaches and consultants. But I do a very deep immersive training where we go 7 layers deep into what I call the transcendent communication hypnotic influence training for learning how to reframe and pre-frame and create dynamics in the qualification process. And it's not the same thing as like just your average setter. It does have the overall structure, but it goes an extra layer deeper into how to reframe people who have skepticism or questions. And then of course, how to go deeper in a more substance-based qualification process that's more specific, if that makes sense. Like when in the context of like sales is like getting more clear with that. So yeah, that's the process. And then we have a customized offer based on like what they need and framing it in accordance to their values. So anyways, that's a little bit of a high level of that when it comes to 80K to 120K months. Depends on the business model, but it should fit into any business model where they have like either low ticket, high ticket, mid ticket. And essentially once VAs get very good at that, or even if the CEO does it themselves, they can be able to close through DMs. Not required, but it's a great way to create authentic connections and not come across as like pushy, spammy, or needy, or low status.
Hey, we're about to hit up the gym now and also create the batch 3-hour content. Little preview, show you a little BTS around the marketing system of batching 3 hours of content in one time block to then have the whole week's posting for the whole week. It's gonna be fun.
All right guys, we are over at this recording location about to drop in and smash about an hour's worth of content, which we're going to be able to repurpose that for the week's content. I do this every single week, 3 hours flat. I will smash out all the reels, all the carousels, short format, even long format content to have more of an automated marketing system. So we will see you guys very soon.
Nah, 6 in forever. Rock a block, Rockefeller.
I'm feeling it, feel the back,
Keep it real to the most.
feeling it, feel the
Marcy.
legs pushing up on the
I'm
set.
feeling
it, feel the high that you get from the line. If you feel
I
it
keep
raising
it
hell
realer
in the
than
sky.
most. I know you're feeling it. Crystals are nice, I like the toes, I keep on spilling it. Bone crushers, I keep real close, I got the skill for this. On my back, the flyers closed, looking ill as shit. Transactions illegitimate, cause life is still a bitch. And then you die, but for now, life close your...
Dan Martell, one of the masterminds that I was also in, one that he was in, with when we were scaling to 7 figures. Hang on one second. What floor is this shit? I think it's, I want to say 9. Shit. Maybe. It's one of these. Anyways, is that just people focused for a whole year with one process and one offer, they would get to $1 million a year. See, the thing is, the secret to success with content and consistency. Oh shit, this is the wrong floor. Hang on one second. So if I'm in an emotional state that is just on fleek and crushing it, that's still not the right floor. Then I'm gonna actually leverage that opportunity while I'm in that winning state. And you get to the point where you gain energy from work, it doesn't even feel like work, then I can actually leverage that so that if I'm not feeling so hot by some strange reason, like I can post that content, schedule that content out to be released. So to the public, it actually looks like I am consistent.
Stay rich within my cipher. We paid the price to circle of success. They turn my mic up. I'm about to hit these niggas with some shit that'll light your life up. If every nigga in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged. Nobody will fall cause everyone will be each other's crutches. I hope you fools choose to listen. I drop jewels, bust it. These are the rules I follow in my life. You gotta love it. Jiggy jigger looking gully in the joint. If y'all niggas ain't talking about large money, what's the point?
I'm feeling it, feel the passion, it's taking away. Feeling it, feel the legs pushing up on the stage. I'm feeling it, feel the high that you get from the line. If you're feeling raging,
Even if it ain't so.
When I was learning about depression, anxiety, addictions, one thing I did learn as a hypnotherapist when I entered into that industry is that the leading cause of depression is a lack of serving in your heart's desire, number one. Number two is disconnection from self and others. And then number three, of course, is harsh critical words that we say to ourselves. So this is why it brings me so much joy to get energy and to serve crowds. You probably see me carry crowds in live settings across multiple countries. And it's really just a privilege to serve and to impact lives. And I know that a lot of my content does impact a lot of lives, whether or not people work with us and scaling their coaching business and their consulting business. That is what it is, but it's just awesome to create, produce, because I think if people saw the value of just producing and not needing that validation egoically from the likes or the brand size. I'm not saying brand size isn't important, but if they just saw that that creation in and of itself is the power, that is beautiful. And I understand how frustrating it could be when you're working so much on your content and you're pushing out so much that you care about and you're sharing your story from pain to purpose, but things aren't clicking. Well, that's exactly why I designed this Transcendent Sell by Chat system, because I know that powerful conversations truly do give you a competitive edge when you can integrate a level of authenticity, leadership, and clear communication that people can understand that nobody else has your solutions. By the way, guys, a little marketing messaging help. I always like to say, most coaches are great at being the vegetable, which is really horrible at being the candy, generally speaking. So you want to make big money that's authentic to your soul, focus on being a better candy. Okay, you're already great at being a vegetable. That's what people need. It's your coaching and consulting and services. But people obviously buy what they want. They hate being sold to, but they love to buy. They wake up every morning thinking about what they want to buy. So, food for thought. My mentor once told me, Theo, you know, we can chew bubble gum and walk at the same time. And we can also suck lollipops while enjoying our vegetables, walking at the same time too. Alright, so we're about to start these 3 chronicles of hypnotic sales street. Getting after it. I can't wait. Just finished with the gym, and now we're gonna get some food downtown Austin, and we will see you guys very soon.
One secret is when you realize that the best way to grow is, instead of being always open like a revolving door, you could have a behind the scenes revolving door and be mostly closed and not always be accepting clients. Having a wait list and curating a limited capacity, limited seating in your coaching programs, in your consulting programs, that is a powerful, powerful secret that keeps the positioning and the authority of your brand and business at a high level. So, talk to you guys soon. Much love, beautiful souls, and we will see you soon. Peace.